say.
Wait, no, I'm not going to ask that.
You can.
Why don't you just ask it?
It's important.
Ask it.
No, I was going to talk about ovulating.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to talk about
Why
ovulating.
don't you want to?
Tell me, so...
Good question.
Why are you
No.
scared?
Well,
Are you scared of?
No,
Female
I feel like I have this understanding. No, I'm not scared of the female reproduction.
Can you
then
tell me
ask.
what your understanding is?
So ovulation.
Yeah.
Is that cycle with the moon and the tides?
I don't think.
That's awesome. I think that I have some version of that as a guy. Not to make this about me.
No, but absolutely
No, I
too.
would do.
Yeah, turn it around. Reproductive rights, turn it around.
I would never turn those around. Wait, are we supposed to?
Put that thing down, flip it, and reverse it.
What? I agree with whatever you guys say. I have no opinions until you guys tell me.
He's
that.
sweating.
I know.
I'm sweating. I'm
Hard to
drenched in
watch.
sweat.
Connor and I are working on introing and extroing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
podcast.
tell.
Yeah.
I can
So
tell.
it's like very important that we introduce you before we get too far and
Personally, I
lose
was-
the plot completely.
I was getting warmed up.
Oh,
Okay.
Still.
I felt yeah.
okay.
Yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather.
Yellow vest, pink vest. Yellow,
Yellow
vest,
vest,
Oh yeah.
pink vest.
Check it out.
Sweater vest girls. I did not knit this one, by the way.
You want to intro us?
I can.
Okay.
I'm Brooke,
I'm Connor.
and this is
Delaney.
Delaney.
Delaney Rowe.
Delaney Rowe, thank you so much for joining us today.
I'm simply honored. I actually brought you guys a little something. Just want to
Whoa.
pull this from the archives.
You brought us a gift to our
Oh my-
our podcast?
Yes.
That is so kind, Delaney.
Yeah.
And is this your handwriting?
That's my handwriting.
Okay.
Really great hand.
Can
so
you-
so you wrote this?
Yeah, can you tell I'm insufferable based on my handwriting?
I can tell that you had notes in high school with like different color pens. The Holocaust.
I was just going to say, those TikToks crack me up that are like flowers, like balloons, the Holocaust.
Right.
So you wrote this.
Yeah, I
Let me
did write
see it.
that. Yeah.
So
No.
Delaney wrote this note,
Mm-hmm.
Can I see it?
which is awesome because Delaney doesn't know how to spell my name.
Well, how did I spell it incorrectly? Is it O-R at the end?
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I panicked a little bit actually as I was doing it.
I actually, I would go as far to say we have kind of similar handwriting.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, no, I mean it's gorgeous. It looks
It's
like it's
gorgeous.
it looks
I mean,
like
yours is better, but I think they're from the same family.
Thank you. Well, look,
Do you mind if I crack this open now?
not at all.
Thank you.
Please do. Who else would have written it, by the way? Like your assumption that I would have somebody do it for me.
you have a really good team. Yeah,
I do have a really good team.
Yeah, I've met
do have a really
I've met a couple people on your team, and everybody's like, I can't tell if you guys are related because of how in tune you guys are.
I think
all
you're
with each
referring
other.
to the manager that I brought to Coachella.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that was good. There was some.
So what?
There was some. We at a certain point, I was like, "All right, you're done. Like working. We got the shot." And then I was like, "Feel free to let loose." And he's like, "Okay, I'm doing shrooms." And I said, "You do shrooms."
Yeah.
And then yeah, the boundaries were eroded, and we were just friends.
Yeah,
little
no, I mean
blurred.
it was awesome. We were inches away from Jack Harlow that entire
Yes.
time, and
Yes.
it made me go from like, this is really funny to like, whoa, I'm too drunk to be this close to Jack Harlow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was very drunk at that event. Were you at Coachella as well?
No, I wasn't. I've never been to Coachella.
And why? Why not?
I
Because
think
I would love to hear.
Yeah,
your thoughts on-
it's a little bit of mostly not wanting to,
Okay.
just like not loving crowds, not loving music festivals,
Right.
not loving like day drinking events, especially when they go on for more than one day.
Okay.
So it felt like Coachella
It's-
was maybe not a good fit.
Kind of offensive that you would come at Delaney and Ice culture in
No,
such a,
it's just I'm
little-
talking about personal preference.
It's a one.
But I think I do want to go eventually one day. I also
don't-
had like a family trip planned that
Mhm.
weekend. I probably would have gone if I didn't have that trip, but like it's one of those things. It's like I'm going because
Mm-hmm.
I'd have FOMO if I didn't go, not because like I truly want to.
And I'm
in
glad
my
that
heart.
you can identify that. You know, also day drinking, you get better the more you practice.
No, I haven't found that to be the case for
Okay.
me.
Okay. Are you a
Yeah.
good drinker?
No, horrible,
No,
horrible.
she's
that
not.
horrible, horrible,
Okay,
horrible, horrible,
okay.
horrible. It's 0 to 100 immediately.
I would love to know how many drinks precisely until you would say you're hammered.
The thing is, Delaney, and this is why it's so hard, changes depending on the night, what I eat,
Okay.
on how I'm feeling. This weekend it took about 1.5 to like
I noticed. I saw the
to
stories.
like fully descend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Other
Everyone's
times it
really
could
fucked
take
up.
like 6 and I'm like I could drive.
Okay.
So I
Well,
I wouldn't.
let's
I
not have
wouldn't.
that on the
I
record.
wouldn't.
yeah, that's a
But I wouldn't clearly, but Yeah, it just I
what about
I
you?
don't have like a standard formula.
What about
Do you know? Do you have your equation put together, or is it just you're winging
yeah,
it?
it's 6 to 8.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think mine's pretty much the same. My favorite version of myself is 3-drink Connor.
I love,
3-drink
I
Connor.
love 3-drink Connor.
3-drink Connor. I can interview for a job. I can read a book to children. I can.
Oh, and you should.
I could sell a house. 3-drink Connor is like a great realtor.
So why do you go past if you love 3-drink Connor? So
No
much?
self-control.
Okay.
Right.
That's something I'm
Just a
working
little
on.
light alcoholism.
I also want to say before we get into light alcoholism, this is Delaney Rowe. She,
Yeah.
you know her. You know her from TikTok. You know her from Instagram. You know her from the internet.
The POV queen.
The POV
I
queen.
would-
Yeah. I would
say.
say that too.
I would say.
I feel like it would be shocking to me if someone has not seen your face online
God,
ever.
thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. We need to talk about the fact that I've met you guys before and don't remember.
We are friends. Oh.
So yeah, fast forward.
Well, we've met a few times as friends.
We are friends.
and coworkers, but apparently before that,
That's right.
We met you as well.
We've been partying together for the last few months. More notably, Connor and I, as we do famously,
Right.
love to day drink and
Yeah,
sort of
yeah.
push the boundaries there.
Right.
We have a very successful ad that we did together. You got no commission on that,
Holy
but
smokes, that was successful.
what was it?
yeah, it
It
got
was-
like 1.3 million views, and they didn't even boost it. You guys know what that
What
means.
was
It was really well done, and I wasn't sure.
It was for Liquid IV.
Liquid IV, and that the event that we were at Coachella with Jack Harlow was Liquid IV. And when we were doing it, I was like, "How is she gonna put this together?" Because we were like yelling at each other 1 second, we're laying passed out for 1 second, we're chugging drinks for 1 second. I was like, "What is this gonna be?"
Hissing.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
was
yeah.
a hit.
That
was
was
a hit.
so good. It was just like so well done,
Thanks.
and I like that
Thanks,
you didn't
Connor.
try to film it while you were out in the desert. You came home, glammed up, and then cut it. She did her normal talking, cut in between with
Wow.
the Coachella pieces. Go watch it if you haven't
Brilliant.
watched it. It was really good.
Brilliant.
Thank you
Delaney.
so much. But anyway, so
Yeah.
we had a moment that neither of you remember, and this was back when you were still wearing masks walking around outside. So
Oh.
this was a
Yeah.
really long time ago. This is when you guys lived at that house on Sweetser, like across from
Crossroads.
Crossroads.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I know that because I know that.
Right.
And
This is when we lived together.
this was the common room era.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
there it is. There's the video.
Oh, hello. That was Cody in the background.
Yeah. God, I was fucked
And
up
there's
here.
Jack
I-
Harlow. We're showing
Wow.
Delaney's video, by the way,
That's my apartment.
for audio only.
I was in a really dark place when I was filming the cutaways right here. Because I was like coming down from Coachella. I was so convinced I embarrassed myself in front of many people, which I did. And
That's us.
but it's okay because I got, my bag.
Well,
Yeah.
Cody was also filming a
Yes.
Liquid IV.
I
and
saw
so
his. It was fun.
I wanted to be like Liquid IV. Like these impressions.
Yeah.
I was a part of these.
Yeah.
But then the next weekend for Stagecoach, I did a video
Good.
for them, so it was good.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we had
Jesus Christ.
It-
Okay.
it
this is
happens every
how it's
time.
gonna happen.
So I'm walking down the street. I'm going on my hot girl walk, and I was like, to be honest, there was like there's a chance that I see these people. They live in my neighborhood.
Wow.
And I was so aware that you guys had just moved over here, and it was, you were with Jack and Salidar, and I was like, I was walking and I see the two of you just coming down middle of the street, no care in the world, no masks.
Oh,
No,
jeez.
it was outside. It was outside, and I was being fastidious at the time. But I yelled. Yeah, you're welcome. I yelled at you both. I said, "Common room people,"
Wow.
and
Wait.
you both looked at me.
Well, I probably didn't have my glasses on, which is why I don't remember.
Okay, so you both walked to me.
Oh, we walked.
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
Okay.
So you were there.
Okay, sure.
You would have been able to see me.
Yeah.
And I did something really embarrassing. I went to you. I went to Connor. I said, "Oh, yeah, we both follow each other on TikTok." I had to
What did I
plug
say?
myself. You went, "Oh, okay." This was like
Okay.
I had maybe like 6,000 followers.
And now you passed us both with flying colors.
Yeah, like,
Barely.
Congrats on 1 million, you bitch.
Thank you. Thank
well,
you so much.
No,
it was revenge.
we talked
deserve
about
it.
the revenge explosion. I had one of those this morning after my first coffee. We talked about being in dark places post Coachella.
Mm-hmm.
That 3-month period, and it had nothing. It's no reflection on Brooke or Jack or Sally Dar, was probably like the darkest time period in my life.
Right. When we lived
Because-
together?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Perfect.
Yeah, perfect.
Can you,
By the way.
I couldn't.
Yes, Connor.
Nothing was open. That was like the most weight I've gained. Like,
yeah,
ever.
you did look fat when I met you.
thanks so much for that. I
didn't.
Yeah.
You didn't. And I
No,
was
I
like
did.
nervous.
It's on video. Like I can go back and look at my videos, and I'm like,
fine.
I look like
You
just
looked
a slob.
great.
Well,
And
thank
I,
you.
And I do remember you were taller than I thought.
Yeah.
And then
Probably because he was next to me.
well, yeah, and I also remember being like, she is quite petite. Like petite little Grillina, like
yeah.
like in a delicate, like cute way. Not
Thank
like
you.
you're,
Oh my
like,
gosh, that's so sweet.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
for specifying that.
You're welcome.
I want to admit
so
something.
small.
I want to admit something before we move on.
What?
That time period was so low for me
Mm-hmm.
that I did ask Brooke if I could maybe try out her self tanner drops.
Oh.
Wow.
I was like, maybe if I have some color on my face, like it'll make me feel better.
yeah, and it does,
About
doesn't
the,
it?
Like 30
I
pounds
feel
of
better
it,
when
yeah.
I have yes, and you know what? The tan slims.
If you
Mhm.
can't tone it, tan
Tan
it.
it.
And you know what you can't tone?
Depression.
I looked it up. Depression and a jawline.
Mhm.
You can contour though.
Yeah, I know.
You can
but
contour.
guess what? You really shouldn't with Brooke's self tanner drops.
It was. It
It
said
was-
use 2 to 12, and Connor used 13.
Okay.
I'm darker than you.
You're
when I get
olive.
sun.
No,
you're
you're
olive.
not.
You can take it. You're olive.
You are not darker than me.
I'll show you a picture of me when I've gotten.
Okay, I'll show you a picture of me.
I'll show you a picture of me.
I'll just in general.
just
You want to see my
general.
headshots? No, but I don't think I cried, but I was drinking a lot
were
during that time.
drooling.
I was drooling. Okay, well, we didn't have to. Something came out of the sides of my mouth, and it took the self tanner off both sides of my mouth to where it looked like I had a handlebar mustache. That it looked like I was like a puppet that was like hinged right here in my jaw because it was white line on both sides of my mouth, and then the darkest orange self tanner.
Mhm.
And people were commenting, "Are you like? Did you like self tan at home?"
It was like Oompa Loompa.
It was so foul.
I wish I had the picture still, but maybe I do it because it's saved on Snapchat. But I did get a new phone, and all my pictures are.
Yeah.
So people notice in your videos.
I couldn't post. I couldn't post for a couple days, and then it was. I know the exact time period because it was when Driver's License came out by Olivia Rodrigo, and I couldn't even get on TikTok because that song
Yeah.
was just all that was happening.
I love an excuse to not post for several days. The hamster wheel of content creation stays keeping me in a depression.
Yeah.
Yeah, not to like.
You are so consistent, though. I
She
was
is.
gonna ask you,
Yeah.
like, do you just wake up every day and like sit down with a notepad and
Yeah.
we really?
Yeah, I have a
Wow.
like whole schedule now because I feel very much constantly chasing the dragon there, which is the validation from
Mhm.
For
from
sure.
Mhm.
it's
For
just like
sure.
I don't feel right. I
Yes.
don't feel right if I'm not posting, which is
Yeah.
so sickening.
It's so
but
sickening.
yeah, from 11 to 2 is my time.
But that's
Good.
a chunk.
I was reading. I'm like obsessed with Judd Apatow,
Mhm.
and I was reading his book, and I was doing his masterclass. I bought the masterclass, and
Dog.
I know. Well, I'm doing this. Well, I'm not going to talk SNL. I'm working on that stuff. But he was like, it's a job. So treat it like a job. Block out those
Right.
hours and sit down and write for hours. Like, act like it's your job.
Yeah,
It is your job.
that's what I do.
Yeah.
So
on the
I'm working on
contrary,
that.
though, I tried so hard to like block out time and be like, I'm gonna think of ideas, and the ideas I came up with when I was forcing myself were just like so bad.
That's such a good thing to mark because when you force it,
Right.
oof, people can tell.
Because
People
my
can
stuff
smell
is
it.
usually just like, oh, this just happened to me. Let me record
Yeah.
it. So when I sat down and like thought of things, it was like,
Yeah.
Brooke, like what are you?
Yes, you guys are both very much yourselves, which is kind of the difference between our content. You know, you guys are the characters, Brooke and Connor. I'm not really Delaney on there so much. Like I'm doing something
POV
else.
queen.
I think
Be queen.
there's more of you in your characters than you think, though. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, because I feel like you could hop out of that really easily. Like when you post a video like you did and it gets 1.2 million views and it's an ad because it's so organic
Mm-hmm.
to me.
Thanks.
And it like plays over so much. Hey guys, we want to take a quick break to thank a sponsor of today's episode, Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one platform for building your brand and growing your business, growing and glowing your business. Stand out with a beautiful website, engage your audience, and sell anything, your products, the content you create, and even, most valuably, your time.
Squarespace also offers appointment scheduling. Add online booking and scheduling for your classes or sessions to your Squarespace website. Clients can easily see your availability or reschedule if needed, taking the hassle out of coordinating calendars. Here's my personal endorsement.
Tell me,
You know what it is.
tell me.
It's the same every time.
My merch site.
Your merch site is
Thank you.
just like, one, I love it because it's you. Two,
Yeah,
I love it
yeah.
because it's Squarespace and it's just so easy to navigate.
You really like navigation is so key.
Yeah.
You got to make it easy for people, and
And
it is.
Squarespace does.
It is really easy. You can
Yeah.
also create pro-level videos effortlessly. The Squarespace Video Studio app lets you make and share engaging videos to tell your story, grow your audience, and drive sales. I love sales. You can also stand out in any inbox with Squarespace email campaigns, collect email subscribers, and convert them to loyal customers. Start with an email template and customize it by applying your brand ingredients like site colors and the logo. Built-in analytics measure impact of every single send.
Go to squarespace.com/BNC for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code BANDC to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
But enough dick riding for Delaney.
That's right.
I was gonna say
felt so good.
we were talking. We were talking when Delaney got in about like living alone, and we all three live alone.
Oh.
So like I think living
Yeah.
alone also
Let's all touch tips on this because
we're having a
love to touch.
we're having a lot of sexual innuendos today as
it's
metaphors.
me. It's me. I'm ovulating this week, so
I'm going through some. I don't know what I'm going through, but it's not good.
yeah.
Just
no,
like
but
from a body standpoint.
but not good or like good.
No, really bad.
Okay.
Just like really, really bad.
like because in the way that ovulating is like.
I
very-
think I just have cramps.
Okay.
Maybe at the end of the day,
Yeah. Are
but
you,
it's hard. It's hard to say.
Wait, no, I'm not gonna ask that.
You
Why
can.
don't you just ask it?
It's important.
Ask it.
Ask it.
We did get some construction feedback from
Construction feedback.
constructive feedback from someone saying that we paused for too long and that we must be new to this. Thank you so much for your feedback. We didn't ask. I
Living alone.
living alone. No, I was going to talk about ovulating.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to talk about.
Why
ovulating.
don't you want to?
Tell me? So
Good question.
Why are you
Blaine.
scared?
well,
Are you scared of?
no,
Female
I feel like I have this understanding. No, I'm not scared of the female
Can
reproduction.
So
you
then
tell me
ask.
what your understanding is?
So ovulation.
Yeah.
Is that cycle with the moon and the tides?
I don't think.
Does it ebb and flow in the same way that
It does ebb and flow.
I think for normal people, or like people, not normal people, but like people with regular cycles.
Normal people.
People with regular cycles, it's 2
Mhm.
weeks after like your period.
Mm-hmm.
you start getting very
You just like that's what is the egg descending?
It's when you're like primed for basically having sex.
To have a
Right.
baby.
And-
You're most fertile.
Yes, and so you're sort of the way that I feel
Something's
during
happening with your eggs
ovulation-
for sure though.
Yeah,
right?
I feel sort of I feel incredible about myself.
Mhm.
Like
Oh, I don't have that.
like skin, hair, everything. I want to go out. I'll like
Ooh,
go to
I
the
don't have that either.
that's it. That must be like a primal thing.
yeah, and I'll just like
I'm
follow
ready
that.
like
to-
to get a
I'm-
mate because I'm so fertile
Guys,
right
by
now.
the time this episode airs, Delaney will be
Yeah, I'll have
out
a
on the
mate.
town Thursday night, ready
Wow.
I'll be at Cafe Stella like I am every weekend, or Tenants of the Trees. Please come.
to. She's gonna be leaning up against the wall in the shadows, like
Right, I'm just gonna be humping the doorknob. Yeah.
hear the
God.
primal. That's awesome. I think that I have some version of that as a guy. Not to make this about me.
No, but absolutely
I
too.
would do.
Yeah, turn it around. Reproductive rights, turn it around.
I would never turn those around. Wait, are we supposed to?
Put that thing down, flip it, and reverse it.
What I agree with whatever you guys say. I have no opinions until you guys tell me.
He's
that.
sweating.
I know.
I'm sweating. I'm
Hard to
drenched in
watch.
sweat. Now I'm gonna crawl out of this hole saying that
Back to living alone.
living alone. I think that it's tough because when I've had roommates, those are some of my most successful videos because people see when you're having fun,
Mm-hmm.
and I wasn't aware because my friends are so fun that like not everybody has these awesome funny friends.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm finally getting back to a place in my comedy where like I'm posting stuff that I think is funny.
Are
I
you talking
really,
about when you lived with me and Cider and Jack and you were the most miserable you've ever been?
exception
was it that,
exception to the
or-
rule. Exception to the rule. But I'm really glad. The most fun I've ever had with roommates was in college, and I'm so glad it didn't have TikTok because I would have been in jail.
Uh-huh.
Right. Or have like 5 million followers.
Yeah, these kids. Why is everyone 19 all of a sudden?
No, I'm really glad that I didn't have any sort of social media presence before I turned. And you guys are younger. You're like 23, 20. Wow.
No,
No, 25.
How old are you guys?
I'm 26.
You're 26. I'm 26.
Yeah, I'm 26.
We're Doja Cat's age.
Doja Cat.
We'll get into
You're
that.
kidding.
No.
Oh yeah, we should.
There's too many loose ends right now. Hold on. We have to
Yeah,
like
reel us in, Delaney.
we
Why
have-
don't you?
Please.
Why we invited you? Oh,
We
by the
have-
way,
There's always so many.
we have your
reasons.
gift. Brooke, did you bring her gift?
You have it.
Okay.
Did you guys can leave it with my publicist who's here?
Well, Connor can give it.
here it. This.
Oh my god. Oh my God! Thank you
handpicked.
so much.
to keep time with, and then
Is it to say that like when we're all together, you lose track of time?
Yes.
That's what I thought you meant. Yeah.
And
thank
when
you.
we're all together, it's 3:40 p.m.
Cable
and-
ties.
two zip ties because you
This
never know when you
feels-
need them, and
You
it's
never
sexual.
know.
it makes it really easy to tie up those loose ends.
You guys
so
knew I was
you're-
ovulating, so you brought the zip
Yes.
ties. Yeah.
Thank you, Delaney, for
tie
putting
up
those
those loose ends.
for tying those loose ends. Yeah,
Um,
we really.
so where were we?
Living alone real quick here. I just wanted to ask you guys, as far as like, you know, what we do is already so introverted and narcissistic. Like we're spending all day
Right.
thinking of ideas that about ourselves and then posting it and then checking the comments. Thank you so much.
Another zip tie.
Another one.
I think you're giving me too much credit with
How
my
hard
working-
you work
yeah.
on it. Okay. Well,
with my working
let's
habit.
just take it.
Okay.
Just take it. And, you know, then you spend time reading comments and then, you know, doing emails and Zooms about more of your stuff, like your podcast or whatever you're working on. And then you kind of realize, you look up, you've been alone all day. You're in your apartment. And then there's this like sense of like, oh my God, I've been thinking about myself for 7 hours. And then going out into the world after that. Like sometimes I forget to even go for a walk. Like there'll be days at a time where I don't leave my house. Yeah. And I do think it's contributed to like this sort of looming darkness that I've been bringing around with me these days. I don't know. Like
I don't see a looming darkness if that helps. You seem
she's
like
ovulating.
I'm wearing a lot of.
She already said.
That's right. I'm wearing a lot of highlighter as well. But I don't know. I think that it is like it's a very, you're walking the line. The highs and lows are so intense.
Yeah.
Highs are very high, lows are very low.
Yeah,
I've
it's
always
like a
said that, yeah.
manic
You've always said that.
episode
I've always said that.
constantly.
You've always said that.
And it sucks that it's all really dependent on feedback you're getting from
Yeah.
Other people.
Yeah, I was in a bad mood yesterday, and then I noticed my video started moving, and I was in a good mood, and I'm like, that's sick.
It's that high. It's like truly like I can't imagine that there's any drug that does the same sort of
No.
thing. It's
I'm
so
looking
scary.
to try something though.
Yeah, I would love
emulate
just
it.
an equalizer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't really. I've tried to do my best where like if a video's doing really well, I'm like, cool, it's doing well. So that when a video does really shitty, I'm like, don't care.
Oh.
I'll post.
I
I'll post
can't
another
do that.
one. Are you a big deleter? Do you post and delete?
I've been really good about not recently.
Good.
I haven't in a few weeks, but hell yeah, I would delete.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh hell yeah. And what's so embarrassing is that like, you know, my friends or family will check kind of right away when I post something. And so they will then check back later and they'll see that it's gone and then they know that I've deleted it. I'm like, oh, it feels icky that you know that I know that it's bad.
Right.
But I think there's a level of self-awareness that's healthy. You know, it's not like I'm God. Everything I post is amazing.
Right. Yes.
I speak of the devil. People are very aware when you do post. There's other people too besides your family that see things right away. We got an email in the inbox titled "Connor's Flop Era?" ?
Okay.
And it was a screenshot of something I deleted. So thank you so much for keeping up
Yeah.
I think an
with the
issue
Kardashian.
an issue I have is that like and I did this last night. I'll make a video and I'll think like, this is so funny. I'm proud of myself. Like, good work.
Right.
What? Good work. Good work, Brooke. Like, kiss your brain. You're great. Post it. Doesn't get a lot of likes. And I'm like, oh my God, Brooke, what were you thinking? You idiot. You're not funny.
We're all living
and
the
I
same
had
life.
thought it was funny before.
Yeah.
When I was the one like praising myself. But then when other people come in,
It's like
the external factors make me decide.
Yeah. Shadow ban.
Yeah. Oh.
Obviously.
Oh,
Shadow ban.
I actually did get the other day. Brooke and I made a video.
Oh,
and
yeah, you
it
did.
was people were like, "Why'd you delete that?" I'm like, "I didn't. It's under review. I can't even." It's been under review for a day.
Do you guys have like a TikTok rep from behind the scenes there?
I don't.
I text her every day and I go, "Hey, will you check if that's flagged?"
You're a really good. You're good at your job.
You really are.
You're good at your job.
You really
Guys,
are.
it's all I have.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. No.
Same,
I have I have really nothing else going on.
You guys have a podcast. Like you have other.
Yeah, but
you
that's-
guys.
it all kind of
you
rolls
have a
into-
hobby. You are amazing at it. You have a. You know. Do you also sell them?
I'm going to.
Okay, there you go. There's another outlet.
But it's just like I don't even know how to get my Etsy working, and the thought of that, it's just like too much to bear. So it's like I'll just like not.
Sure. And beyond work, are you dating?
In a perfect world, I would be.
Okay.
But I'm not. I
But
scroll
this is
through
the
Hinge.
world that we're in. So.
Oh yeah, so it's not a perfect world, so I'm not. But I do swipe through Hinge.
Okay.
Are you dating a
I'm
lot?
proud.
How has it been? I always ask people, like, especially internet people.
Yeah.
Right.
It's hard to put your face on an app now because it's just like, oh,
It's been a lot of like people will send me a message like quoting a video or something. That doesn't bother me. I like it. I like it. Like, what else am I out here for? I don't like it when people pretend that they haven't seen my videos.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
That's weird. And then they bring it up later, and I'm like, just be upfront.
I've had that happen, and then like they'll say afterwards, I knew, like, low key, like I knew, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, that's fine. I really don't care.
What about you? Weren't you seeing someone or something? Do you want me to not bring that up? Okay.
Today's sponsor is HelloFresh. We want to thank them so much for sponsoring today, because with HelloFresh, you get farm fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit.
Bust out the grill on a nice warm evening and make dinner from HelloFresh's cookout collection with recipes like melty Monterey Jack burgers. Going away this summer? Update your delivery address and enjoy HelloFresh at your vacation destination with just a click. Plans are flexible, so they work with your changing schedule.
HelloFresh is 72% cheaper than dining at a restaurant and is even cheaper than grocery shopping. That's money back in your pocket. How big is that? I just got 3 HelloFresh deliveries. Well, 3 in a box. One was the mushroom po' boys, and the other was the firecracker meatballs. I think that's what they're called. Dank, and they're both plant-based.
Oh, yum. You love plant-based things.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. And it tastes really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
That's awesome.
Go
to HelloFresh.com/BNC16 and use code BNC16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 free gifts. That's HelloFresh.com/BNC16 and use code BNC16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 free gifts. That's BANDC16. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit.
We're moving through. We haven't obviously we haven't been back since the 4th of July or before the 4th of July, so we've got a lot to catch up on. Brooke and I have our notes page that we try to keep pretty updated as we go on, but a lot of the stuff ends up not really making sense when I go back and review it. And my top bullet point for today was crazy sex kinks and electrocution.
Right.
We don't really have to touch on this, but I did meet a girl at a bar 2 weeks ago who was talking about her cattle prod that she likes to bring into play.
So I'm going to need to hear that again.
I asked very detailed.
Is that like a branding?
No, it has prongs.
Cattle prong.
Prong, not prod. Yeah,
Oh,
you're right.
a prong.
And she likes to be electrocuted on her nipples.
Her nipples?
Yeah.
Did she have it with her? Did she have the
No,
apparatus?
but I asked, like, how big is that thing? Like, can you travel with it? That's what it looks like.
Okay.
So it is large. It's like nothing to be.
And that top part goes on the nipple, and you shot.
I think you can put it on really anything, any orifice.
Yeah, like in any sort of
This is
ending.
reminding me of that. Have you guys watched that new show, How to Build a Sex Room?
No.
Oh, me neither. I haven't watched that. But they have something like this in some of the sex rooms that are built. Just like
and you know this just from
the
trailer.
Like, the trailer. I've seen
That's
like
right.
random things on the internet.
That's so crazy.
But it is.
I'm not gonna write off the cattle prong.
Really?
I'm not gonna write it off.
Okay.
I'm not gonna write it off either.
Yeah.
I think that's great.
I think that could be kind of fun.
Was that the
I
only
think
thing?
I am going to write it off.
Okay.
If you don't mind.
No, you're not gonna offend me.
That's 100% your prerogative.
Yeah.
But so was that all that she was into, or was there other?
No,
things?
she went on, but I was kind of stuck on the cattle prong electrocution kink.
Mm-hmm.
Like how much voltage is too much voltage type thing.
Right.
It's like, do you want to be?
Right. No, I think it's great, especially as you get older and you're in LA. I think
She was 24.
Okay.
I feel like if you get to the cattle prong stage of your sex life at 24, it's like
in her cattle prong era.
I'm in my cattle prong era. Like, what happens at like 30 in 10 years? Like,
yeah, a Sibian machine.
What's that?
It's a vibrating saddle.
See, that sounds a lot better.
that's just sitting on a dryer, like a washer and dryer.
It's a vibrating saddle, and it's you sort of you sit on it as one would. Not side saddle. You're doing not Western medicine. Western medicine, and it just it gives you very intense orgasms. Apparently, by the way,
that sounds fine. Like that seems to me like the precursor to the what's that thing called, the cattle clamp.
So we're just Western themed.
Yeah,
like we're having an orgy at Saddle Ranch later.
That seems more of like less intense. That seems less intense to me.
Right.
Yeah, no,
it seems like Westworld.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Visual demonstration by Connor for those audio listeners.
Moving west down. Whoa.
Okay.
Anyways.
What did you mean when... Oh, sorry. Do you have more to say about
No,
the
that's it.
paddle?
I mean, that's really it. I was just curious. I just wanted to chat about that and bring it to light.
Thank you for bringing that.
Clearly, you haven't been able to stop thinking about it.
Yeah, no, I was.
Or her.
It did take me aback a little bit because I'm like, at what point, like, if you were to go home with this girl and, or like you guys go home with a guy from a bar and they because she's totally normal. She's a cool girl, and then you get there and she's like,
Did you go home with
She's
her?
actually
no,
coming in
we
later.
were just chatting, and I was like, at what point do you pull out this device? I'd be like, do you need to kill a bug or something? Like, what are you doing with that? And he's like,
Yeah.
oh no, I'm gonna put this on your balls.
How do you
I
work
think you
that
talked
in?
about it before. Communication is key.
Yeah, it's so
Or
key.
he would pull it out.
I think that's
Okay.
sexy. If she brought it out and she was kind of like, by the way, this is what this does. Are you interested? Yeah.
Yeah,
And then obviously you'd say yes because look at you.
yeah.
And that's it. It's as simple as
Curious,
that.
we could dive into that, whatever that nod was later. But okay, moving on. I watched an interview with Aaron Carter and
Same.
Steve-O. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Aaron Carter went into his relationship with Michael Jackson,
Yeah.
and I didn't know what to. Did you see? Oh, I unplugged my headphones.
No.
Do you want to talk about it? Really?
You really
Well, I
don't
think
know.
that's old news.
Oh, okay. Never
Okay.
mind.
So I saw this video or this just a clip of him talking about the whippets or not whippets, sucking nitrous from a keyboard cleaning.
That will kill you, by the way.
So right, it
It's
will.
amazing the things that people find. The innovation of some
Yes. And he was like, I'm now on medication to sort of like reverse some of the
Yeah.
irreparable
Wow.
damage.
It kills your brain. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I feel like I've done that incidentally, just like
Have you ever done whippets?
no.
Like from a
Are they the same
Whipped
as
cream?
poppers?
no, poppers is the you in the
Right.
nose there. Have you done poppers? Yeah, fun. Love them.
Fun. Until I learned again, damaging.
It's like
horribly
cassette
Is it
cleaner.
damaging?
Uh-huh.
Of
I've never
course
done
it
it.
is.
Freaks me out.
Really?
Everything like that freaks me out.
Everything good is damaging.
Oh,
That's a
I thought
damn
they
shame.
I thought they were the same as like smelling salts. Just like
Mhm.
I think they are, or
I-
maybe a little bit more intense.
What are
I don't know.
smelling salts?
I
These are
think they're
whippets.
poppers. Those are whippets. Oh no, I don't.
No, smelling salts are not poppers. Smelling
No,
salts.
I thought they were at the end of the day.
are
like-
smelling salts bath salts?
No,
No, they're
they're
like
just like really strong smell.
I
that
think for
wakes up your brain.
athletes,
Just three
kind
people who
of.
don't
Yeah.
do drugs.
Yeah.
too.
I was talking the other day about when I was in New York. I was running on the West Side Highway, which is where like everyone that looks like they like live in a Whole Foods runs.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And I like finished my run and I took the elevator up and I was like, I feel for the first time in my life the runner's high. And you said everything good is damaging. I was like, no, this is I feel it.
Yeah.
I thought it was a rumor that people were making up. Runner's high, runner's high. I was like, shut up. And then I got it for the first time. And then I changed and I went to take the elevator back down and I saw a sign on the elevator that said, do not use the elevator for like the next couple hours, strong fumes. We paid.
Wow.
It was
So you
just
stepped right
it was just a
in.
normal high, but it was free and it felt really good. I took the elevator back down.
Can I ask you, how does that high compare to the high of, getting like 5 million views on a
Good
TikTok?
question, Delaney.
Honestly, like pretty much equal, except the 5 million view thing. It's like I can ride this for a little. I can ride
Mhm.
this.
Yeah.
This
You can ride that
saddle for a
Sibian
little-
machine.
I
just a
honestly
bit
think
longer.
Wow.
the paint high is probably a healthier alternative
Yeah,
to the views high.
100%.
Yeah.
that view
God,
thing
it's
is
so to-
so
it's so toxic.
dangerous.
It's so
But
bad.
honestly, I'm sorry to make it about me.
Mm.
Please do.
I'm getting the same high from posting videos that I think are funny.
That
don't
that's
do as well.
great.
That's,
That's
what I've been,
great.
that's what
I
I've been
think
doing
that is
recently.
healthy.
That is great. I can't wait till I get there.
I'm sorry, I'm just going through my bullet points today.
That's fine. Do you want me to talk about one of mine, or do you want
Yeah,
to keep
go
going?
ahead, please. I'm
Okay.
just jumping in whenever
Well-
we have a lull here.
No, that's fine. One of my bullet points that
Mm.
Delaney, I briefly ran by you yesterday, is I've been having a lot of technical grievances recently, which are
Right.
things on certain apps that have been really, really pissing me off.
Mhm.
And I want to air those grievances out in the hope that somebody from either Instagram or TikTok
Will
is
hear.
listening
Yeah.
and will hear. And also that people that may have experienced the same frustrations
Yeah.
can feel seen.
Let's hear it.
So my first grievance is that on Instagram, and Connor, I've talked to you about this every single day for
Yeah,
probably the past
yeah.
2 weeks. I can't stop talking about it. There's a Reels tab. You're familiar with the Reels tab. You're a Reels queen.
Of course.
And you have the option to post your Reels in feed. when you post your Instagram, so that they're on your like main feed and
cloud up
the
that
real
feed.
tabs.
Cloud
up that feed, right? And there's the option to remove them from your feed, so they're just in your Reels tab. So a while ago, I decided I only want pictures on my main feed.
Fierce.
So I had removed all the Reels from my main feed. Now, I want them back because I want my page to scream content creator rather than just picture. You cannot add them back to your main feed
yet. I bet they.
Well, Connor, you were able to add them back in the Instagram version of 2020, according to Google, because I've been Googling obsessively and I've been on a lot of Reddit forums about why this is the case. So I tried to jailbreak my phone and download the 2020 version of Instagram where you could put your Reels back on your feed. Broke my phone. Spent about 6 hours downloading different viruses, software. Phone stopped working, did not stop there, kept downloading. So now I have a new phone. I have an iPhone 13 Pro Max now, which I love. And you know what? You still can't add Reels back to your feed on an iPhone 13 Pro Max.
For all you listening and viewing, let this just like show you the neuroses that you develop as a full-time content creator.
I mean,
like
I spent
this kind of
8
shit.
hours on Reddit downloading different viruses to get my Reels back.
Yeah, just to get that.
And guess what? I'm still doing it on my iPhone 13 Pro Max. I'm going to need a new phone by next week.
Yeah,
Okay.
Jack Martin did that. He took all of his shit off.
He did?
Yeah. And now
because guess what, Jack? You're not going to be able to get those back.
Well, he's a capital A actor now, so he was like, I don't need these reels on here.
Yeah.
Do you want to act?
Yeah, I do.
It's
yeah,
clear.
and I do.
It's
I
clear.
did a movie this year, actually.
Really?
Yeah,
Wait,
my first movie.
I knew that.
I didn't. Tell me about it.
I have a very small role, but I played Nick Vile's wife, and he's playing himself, and I'm playing a fictional character. And it's a movie it's called The List. It's the star is Halston Sage.
Is that a book? A YA book?
No.
Oh.
No. So, oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh, there it is.
Oh my gosh, you have an IMDb page.
That's so crazy. Look,
Whoa.
that's crazy. How dare you bring that up?
Wow.
That's a great picture of you, by the way.
How dare
Delaney
you?
Marie.
You know,
Delaney Marie Rowe is an actress and writer known for The List, Buffalo Chicken Dip, and The Wine. I know you're.
Whoa.
So yeah, this is jarring to see, but the movie is an interesting concept, which is basically about, you're like the list of people that you can have sex with and get away with if you're in a relationship.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like Hall Pass.
That's exactly.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
Hall Pass, but the female version of that. And so she's on her journey, Halston Sage's character, to have sex with somebody because her fiance did the same thing. You would break up with him, you'd think, but not in this movie.
Not in this film.
And one of the guys on her list is Nick Vile. And
Like
so,
real life
actual
Nick Vile.
Nick Vile, yeah. So anyways, I play like his partner who kind of comes and breaks the thing up. But yeah, acting with him was fun. That was his first movie too.
That's so cool. When does it come out?
End of the summer.
I saw him
Wow.
post something about it
Oh, whoa.
He did?
like a while back.
Okay, I don't follow him.
Where will we be able to watch?
How was his acting?
You know what?
He was himself.
He was such a good sport. Like he could take the jokes, like the roasts. Like he was a great sport. Yeah, he's good.
He's less of a good sport at game night.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let that be enough.
There's some separate.
Did I miss my invite for that, or was that?
I wasn't invited. Don't worry.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Perfect.
It was really funny. But
Where were we?
that's incredible.
before this?
It's a.
Oh wait, no. Back to
technical
Instagram.
grievances.
Okay,
Yeah,
Jack Martin. Here we
sorry.
go. Tie that loose end right up, baby.
Good job.
So okay, back to it. The grievances. Huge one that I have with Instagram, and you guys can definitely relate to this, is not being able to search who's looking at your story.
Yeah. I think it's a health thing, though. I think it's honestly healthy.
Or no, it's not healthy because
or-
then I have to scroll through, and after a certain point, it won't actually show you.
Right. If you
I've
have
never
a certain
gotten
amount.
there. What do you-
No, if you have a certain amount of followers, it doesn't show. Like
It won't show
should be
you
showing me all of the
20,000
people that
people.
I follow that have viewed
There
my
should
story.
be a priority list.
Right.
yeah.
There should be a priority. It's just like
100%.
if this boy that I want to know if he's watching my stories watched my stories, it's possible that I just won't ever know.
That's exactly,
And that's the
And
Yeah.
I'm like, I've posted this
For
just
you.
for him.
yes.
And I'm never gonna know if he saw
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
What the hell? That's unhealthier.
I don't know how close you guys are with these people you're talking about, but you could make a close friends that
And
looks like
only
close
put
friends and
him.
only put him. So
I've
you can
done
see
that.
when
Not
Yeah.
if he's
Yeah.
new. Not if he's new.
you can't. No,
Not if
you
he's a
can't.
new addition to the roster.
Are you guys on? There's some people that put me on their close friends. And I'm like, we are not close friends, and I'm screenshotting this.
It touches me. It touches me. I'm like, nothing is nicer than a nickname or a close friends ad.
Yeah.
But it sucks because it puts this weird thing in your court where it's like, I guess I should add you to my close friends, but I don't really.
But there's a
No,
possibility
that's
that
just
you
your
don't have a
codependency.
close friend
Really?
or that you don't use it. Like, they don't know.
How many people do you have in your close friends?
Like 41.
I use my close friends more of like, this is the people that I know.
I have 216
Yeah,
people
I have a
in my close
lot.
friends.
I have a lot.
See, that to me says more. That says a lot about you.
Yeah, because I'm an ethical clout chaser. So I think of this as like, oh, now we've
Who's
kind
the
of
most
breached.
famous person on your close friends?
I don't want to disclose that.
Okay.
I'll tell you afterwards.
Okay.
There are some like A-listers on there.
I really do want to know though if you guys have ever really embarrassed yourself in front of a celebrity, and if you're willing to share.
Me? No.
Wait, hang on. You should tell your stories.
Please tell.
Which one?
You should tell this. Well, tell.
I've already told them all.
We told Louis Capaldi.
Oh, I don't know. It's like not even funny. It's just like ridiculous.
No, it's actually genuinely the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen. Because Brooke.
You can tell it.
Okay, so
I'd rather
tell it.
you tell
so we
it.
went, have you been to On the Rocks?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so On the Rocks is like where people go to die. Like it literally is
Yeah.
this bar that you have to, it's invite only. Like
Yeah.
someone has to have a key to this bar.
It's where you go to like flirt with chlamydia.
Yeah, no, genuinely. Like,
Yeah.
but you go up there, and it's not that big of a. It's not that big. It's like pretty. It probably holds like 100 people, and there's like little.
Yeah. It's like half of Connor's close friends is there.
Yeah,
Right.
half of them are there.
Like,
And-
good callback, Delaney.
Nice.
Listen.
Tie up those loose ends. The last time I went was just like I think it was that night. It was like the most insane, and I was like one of those nights where like I'm not drinking. I drove there, and I was like, I'm just gonna park, and I'll obviously left my car, got towed. But this night, like someone DJs, and you kind of dance around, and it's a lot of ABBA. But like you look around, and like MGK was there one night, and you turn around, and like it's just insanely like Diplo's DJing, and it's like only a couple people. No one cares.
Yeah.
And it's
You also can't see anything, which
You
is probably
can't
why they
see
go.
it.
You can't see, you can't hear. It's like
Right.
literally
yeah. You're on the rocks.
that
right?
museum where they deprive you of all of your senses. It's that.
It is a what is it called when you get in those
Sensory deprivation tank.
sensory deprivation?
Yeah.
Genuinely.
On the rocks. Yeah.
But anyways, we go there, and I had a lot to drink, and
Famously.
at some
6
point,
to 8 beverages.
yeah, it's
I did too at this difficult time.
yeah.
Yeah.
At some
Good.
point, we met Louis Capaldi, and
No,
then
that's not what happened.
I wouldn't know
I
him
was
if
going
he fell
through
on
a
me.
He's on my. I have this like running crush list, and for whatever reason,
I'm aware of it. It's a really good list.
thank you, Delaney. I like keep seeing these people
Yeah.
that are on my list.
That's because you're calling them in.
I think I'm manifesting it.
manifest it.
And I had been going through a really weird period where I thought everyone was Louis Capaldi because I couldn't.
oh
stop,
yeah,
I couldn't stop listening to Before You Go. Like it was just like more. I wake up, listen to
Before you go.
that one. Wake
Nice,
up, listen
guys.
to Before You
Check
Go.
if that was the
Every
song.
car ride Before You Go. And this was I had
wait,
probably.
Brooke, was it the one where he goes? Before you go.
Yes, good
Sorry, I
one.
just
That
wanted to
was the
check
one?
Sorry, I just
Good
wanted
one.
to
Okay.
check and see if that was the right song that
Yeah,
you
yeah,
guys were.
yeah. I think we all are aware of him now at this point.
Yeah.
Anyway,
And I'm just thinking about. No, my pictures are all gone. I don't have the pictures anymore.
I have him.
Okay.
what did you do
So-
to him?
So
Basically, I saw Louis Capaldi, who, in my mind, I've seen 16 Louis Capaldis already that day. So it's like not really a big deal. I went up to him and I was like, "Hi, Louis Capaldi," like really like thinking it's like one of my whatever. Like take a picture with him. Like
Also,
I'm like, "I
this-
love you,"
this-
whatever. I'm taking 80 pictures.
I'm taking 80
Connor's taking 80
pictures.
pictures of me and fake Louis Capaldi.
And then so they all end up. By the way, so they all end up on her story. It's
oh, every single
Louis, he's hugging her, he's
Close
hugging her,
friends
he's
or-
hugging her.
one. No,
Ooh.
main story with Before You Go attached.
And then
I'm playing Before You Go.
Wait,
on
how does
every-
that one go? It's
Before you go.
Got it. Okay.
I also was able to play that song for him as if he hadn't heard it
Yeah.
before.
You know this song, Louis? I remember you doing that. And then
Yeah.
so anyways, it's
Yeah.
picture of Brooke and Louis, picture of Brooke and Louis, picture of Brooke and Louis. The song restarts every time on her story. It's before, click, before, click, before, click. And then all of a sudden the camera flips and it's me and the oldest woman you've ever seen in your life.
Connor,
And I'm like this.
Connor didn't know who it was and thought we were just taking pictures with people.
I didn't know it was him.
So he just took this picture with this really. I hope you have that if you.
Honestly, when I saw it the next day, I was like, we met Ed Sheeran last night?
well, and then I woke up the next morning looking at my story and I was like, oh God, like I'm not looking forward to seeing like which Louis Capaldi lookalike like I had posted with, and it was really him.
And guess what?
It was really him.
So we were out with a group of our friends, and he invited us to
Oh,
go to his after
oh
party.
God.
He would have an after party.
Yeah. And because like obviously On the Rocks closes at 2, and all these people are the like bi-coastal from London and it's the Chainsmokers and his party for afterwards. And I'm like,
wait, that the one at that crazy house that was in the
yeah. It was probably at that crazy house that's in the. But guess what? We ended up in an abandoned Starbucks.
Connor took us to the wrong location. I'm standing there sobbing, taking me to Louis Capaldi.
See, I was wondering where you guys were that night. All your friends were there.
And our friend was like, "I'm gonna ride with Louis," and she got into the car with Louis, and we're like, "Okay, cool, we'll meet you there." We end up in an abandoned Starbucks, and I don't even know what. It's one of those towns that you would like Pasadena, like one of the most random.
One of those like, abandoned western towns, Pasadena.
Somewhere where you don't need to be at 3 a.m. on a Saturday night.
I think we stayed there for probably 2 hours, just
crying.
Did you get it, like a
crying? We didn't
egg bite?
really. No, it was abandoned, and also 3 a.m. Could not figure out like how to get to the Louis Capaldi's place or home for that matter. So kind of just like laid down.
Good.
Yeah,
at the Starbucks.
That's not that embarrassing. I have one that is so bad that I hope you guys can feel the secondhand embarrassment.
Delaney fully leading the charge on this podcast today, by the way.
I just want to say that I'm going to tell this one quick, and I'm not going to give the name of the celebrity, but I'll tell you guys after, because I think for some reason you would really love this, just based on your.
Could you give me a hint?
Yeah, you'll know when I tell the story. So let's fast forward to the night. I end up in a car with a couple famous people, one very, very famous gentleman. And the whole night we've been drinking.
Was it Jacob Elordi?
It wasn't Jacob Elordi. Okay. Think older.
Because I had an incident with him.
Much older.
Okay.
Much older, okay.
And I am in the front seat, and I'm on aux. And so you know where this is going. So
you were watching porn?
No, I wasn't watching porn. I don't watch porn famously. I like to keep it analog.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
keep those cattle prongs upstairs.
Keep that Sibian machine charged. So I am in the front seat, and we've been drinking all night. Like the camaraderie is happening. Like I'm feeling close to these people.
Yeah.
I'm feeling one of them, dare I say. And so I think it's going to be a smash hit to put on. This is an actor who's done some movie musicals. Oh, and Jesus. I think
Brooke,
it's
keep your
going
dick in your
to
pants
be
over there, please.
so.
It's not Zach, is it?
No, it's not, but very close.
Is it Corbin Blue?
I'm not going to answer, and it's not Corbin Blue, but you were very close with Zach. So I think it's going to be a great idea to play his song, his like big song from the movie musical. On aux.
Does he like change it?
So I put it on, and I am like, this is going to absolutely hit. I put it on, and silence falls throughout the car. You know, meanwhile, the song is bumping so loud. I'm in the front. I'm doing one of these. Looking back.
Oh no! Maybe they don't hear it yet.
Maybe they don't know the joke I'm doing. And so he just doesn't acknowledge it. He sort of looks out the window.
Oh, geez.
And then the guy who's driving, he looks at me and he gives me one of these.
Oh, jeez.
And unplugs my phone and then puts something on his phone. And I
would have
my soul came out my mouth. And I was like, can I just tuck and roll right here in the middle of Hancock Park? I was humiliated. And you know what, though? I will say the rest of the night, he was like, didn't say anything. He was so sweet for the rest of the night. But I can't even watch his films anymore.
Would have ruined my night for sure. I would have taken the driver aside and said, unintentional, thought it'd be funny. What's his deal with the song? And then
you would have talked about it with him.
Yeah,
no,
and then gotten drunker and been like, "Hey, my bad. Thought that would have been funny. Didn't realize that you have PTSD."
I had to play it off, and I was like, "Why didn't you have a better sense of humor about this?"
I honestly think it's on him.
You know what? Let's blame it on him.
I think that is the best way for us to move forward.
Okay.
That would be the only way to sleep at night. That's what I do. I'm like, he's sick.
I kind of want to tell you right now, not in the microphone, so that you know.
You're kidding.
Wait, tell me.
Oh my
God. No way.
Yeah.
Was it?
Whoa.
Were you playing?
Yeah.
Oh my Delaney.
Yeah. The gall. What?
Oh, I'm sweating.
To be honest, like you did what you needed to do in that moment. I would have done the same thing. You can sleep at night knowing that you are a funny girl with a great sense of humor.
How did I end up in a car?
No, we can't really. Yeah, I mean, like it's.
San Vicente Bungalow. You ever been?
What?
What?
Oh yeah,
San
yeah,
Vicente
yeah.
Bungalow?
Oh no, we're thinking of the bungalow in Santa Monica.
No.
Not that one.
No. God no.
Wait, is
No.
that the hotel?
No,
It's
it's like a members club on San Vicente.
I gotta join some clubs.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta
Come
become
with
a
me.
member.
You guys should come
I
with
would love
me
to.
SVP.
Well, do you guys want to come
I
to
joined.
knitting club?
I would love to come to knitting
Okay,
club.
that's the best I could offer you.
Perfect.
I had
Tit
one-
for tat.
I had one horrible night with a bunch of like that group of famous people that I used to hang out with. Don't get any invites anymore.
Well, yeah. God, what'd you do?
Got really drunk at Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, and then went back to Shawn Mendes's Airbnb with like a bunch of people and skinny dipped. And I don't know if anyone else was naked now that I think back. Like, and I really
Dick,
don't.
balls and ass out, or
Yeah.
you can only there's a way that you can have only one of them out.
One ball, single ball out to keep it classy.
Depending on the underwear.
Single ball out in case anyone had a cattle prong that they wanted to try out. No, but it's like pretty foggy. Like why I don't know.
Why
I
you
was
were the only
I
one
wasn't
naked?
in the pool alone, but like I wasn't looking at other people.
Sure.
But anyways,
Anyway.
there was that, and I've talked to people since, and they're like, "No, it was fine. It was really fun. Everyone was having a great time."
Well, they would say that to your face.
Yeah, that sucks when someone's like, "You were being the man." It's like you're lying to me.
Lying. I know I wasn't being the man. Just like
No.
you guys are doing to me right now with this whole
No,
Oxford story.
no, I would have. I don't know what I would have done.
Yeah.
Because that, like, now that I
It's
know who
really
it was,
bad.
it makes it like
It's so much worse.
You were in the right.
just like his age alone. This individual, like, I wouldn't. There's no relatability there for me to have to
No.
come back.
No.
Listen, life is all about taking risks. You took a risk,
I did.
and
I did take
that
risks.
that really wasn't your fault. I can't stress that enough.
Can we? This is really relevant, actually, and there's not.
We didn't
gonna
talk
lose
about anything we were going to talk
No,
about. this episode.
we got an email that was literally about this.
Oh, okay.
That I think that can we go to the very bottom of our docket here really quick? I mean, someone knitted a BNC sweater. Sorry, I meant to say. So if
That's
you're watching,
really
Oh
sweet.
my God! Someone knitted a BNC sweater.
They-
I'm locked out of the email
they
because,
used your pattern. So
because of my new phone.
wait, can we scroll up a little bit? So shout out to Bella Lynch.
Bella Lynch, I just have to say, first of all, you're so talented. Second of all, that means the world to me. I'm so sorry I didn't see that. I am locked out of my email due to unfortunate circumstances that are beyond my control, and I'm obsessed with it. I can't stress that enough. It's so precious.
That's sweet.
Okay, so
It's real.
I just wanted to quickly flag one email, and then I'll get back to keep us on track. Hello, Brooke and Connor. My name is Julie. I love the pod. Anyways, I'm a man-hating lesbian. I've never felt sexual attraction for a man, but boy, oh boy, there's something about Connor Wood. Does that mean I'm not really lesbian? Maybe Connor is a girl? Let me know. Well, I don't know if I should say her name, but
Say it.
how many times have I gotten this from people
From
that...
what? You've got it
Connor,
from my lesbian
shut
friends
up.
as well.
No, it's fascinating, and I really want someone to explain the phenomenon.
Why lesbians love you?
Like,
I don't
women
know if
in
it's a
general.
compliment. No, I don't. I mean, it is a compliment, but I don't know if you're perceiving it
horrible
as a compliment.
eyesight.
No. I'm curious what the phenomenon, because this is not a isolated event. What
I
do you?
think it's just you don't give off typical threatening male energy.
Oh, okay. I think
Yeah.
that's
See,
a compliment.
I
So
think it's
and you think
totally
it's
a
because
compliment.
Okay.
No, it's totally a compliment. I
Okay.
mean, that means like she's found you so attractive that you busted through, you eroded the boundaries of sexuality. That's right.
Oh, okay.
Not that there are any anymore.
There
but-
aren't. It's a.
But I'm glad this
Spectrum.
came up though, because Connor, I will read the comments on your videos, and it's just like the sort of TikTok comment equivalent of throwing panties on the stage at a concert. Like, what do you mean you don't get like female admirers?
No. I'm talking about.
Oh, you're like,
The
no.
The lesbian community specific.
No.
You're like, I get plenty of bitches.
That was really funny. A long time ago, we just saw the other day Tristan. You've met Tristan,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
Tristan taking old screenshots of videos.
I went through.
Oh,
We have a friend Tristan, and I was going through all of Connor's old videos, and we had met Tristan. We haven't even known Tristan for a year, but I was looking at Connor's videos from 2 years ago, and Tristan had commented on every single one.
Wow.
I was like, Connor, when will you notice me?
Wow.
like our good
Wow.
friend now.
Like a very good friend.
If you go
Um,
back, you'll find like maybe one or two from me, like before we were
Yeah, I
really
know.
friends.
My favorite thing about me is that I'll hear that, and then people will get to know me and be like, "No, oh my god, never mind." Like,
Well, I just think, and this is me complimenting you, because like I just like before you like don't really have guy friends because I'm not typically comfortable like around guys, but there's something about you that's just like very like easy to be around, not threatening, just like
I disagree.
It's probably my upper body.
no, it's not. I don't think it's your upper body. I think it's your energy, and I think that's a really good thing.
I'm a Virgo.
Yeah,
Same.
it's got to be that.
What are you?
A Gemini.
Gem. Well, Virgos and Geminis are the two most hated signs.
Oh,
Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
figure.
Two most unlovable.
Yeah.
By the way, Virgin King.
When's your
Queen,
birthday? Virgin?
Virgo.
You heard it first. Connor's a virgin. What is your
September
birthday?
11th, 9/11.
Is it? Mine's September 8th.
So it's my
Whoa.
sisters.
Oh my God. It's also Pink's birthday. Combined birthday?
Yeah,
Or-
let's do it.
Let's
Which
do
we
it.
do.
Like something fucking
People have been
huge.
renting these like boats out of Long Beach and doing. No.
Say no. I'm not a boat gal.
Okay.
Have you ever seen the Titanic?
Have I ever seen it?
You know how that one ended.
Mm-hmm.
I came home. I actually left Matt King's birthday on Saturday night early. Came home. I got home.
Okay, your Nobel Prize is in the mail.
Okay, that's a big deal for me. I didn't black out and fall asleep
I
in
know.
an alley.
I stayed after him, which is not typical.
But I got home and I was like, wow, I'm home so early. It was like 11 p.m. and I'm like, I'm home so early. What should I do? I know. I'll watch a 3.5 hour movie called Titanic and bawl my eyes out. So I sent Brooke a Snapchat. I was sobbing. So I've seen the movie 100 times.
Yeah.
We can insert that image.
I was crying so hard that I like my eyes were like like totally swollen shut. People were like, I put it on Twitter and people were like, wow, you're high enough. I was like, I don't smoke weed. That's tears. Okay, so this person wrote in and basically said, I'm 21, work from home or work away from home, so I'm not home very much. I don't see my friends or family that often, but when I do, I let fucking loose. I don't see my high school friends that much, and basically I end up drinking a lot and being a lot to handle. Thankfully, not a bad drunk or feisty drunk, just loud and wants to do cartwheels. And afterwards, I feel so embarrassed that no one seemed to be on my wavelength and I was obnoxious. How do you guys deal with after drunken embarrassment? This is a question we actually get a lot.
I still struggle with that.
Yeah.
I think like you have to, as much as you want to stay home and stay in bed all day, you have to get out
gotta
and
get
talk
out.
to the people that you were with
Yeah.
the last night. Rip the Band-Aid off because everyone's feeling the same way and no one was looking at you.
I think,
Yeah.
You have to get out of the house.
You have to bring it up first.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want them to control the narrative. So you got to be like,
Take the
that
power
was,
back.
That was embarrassing when I cried last night. You know, you got to
Or
bring
it
it up.
wasn't. At the end of the day, embarrassing. It happens to everyone.
Right. That's what they say
Mhm.
to make
Yeah.
you feel better. But yeah, you know, I've lied to some people about that and been like, yeah, that wasn't embarrassing. We've all done it.
Right.
Fully being like, no one's ever done that. That was
Yeah.
embarrassing.
Yeah. I think that's a good move to stop thinking about it, but also I think that's why no one really had like party guilt in college, because you wake up with your roommates that you went out with,
Right.
and it's like you can debrief immediately,
Right.
even if you do the stupidest shit ever. Like I came home and peed in my roommate's clean clothes hamper
You did that.
one night in
Okay.
college, and the next day he was
As
like,
a prank?
go wash my clothes. No, I don't know.
No. Okay. Just
He was just like,
a
go wash my clothes. It
classic
wasn't like
mix-up. Yeah.
you suck. Like, that is so weird that you did that. It was just like, go wash my clean clothes and
Yeah.
don't look at me until you do it. And I was like, okay.
I'm a big fan of the, post big night out recap beer. You know, you do
Yeah.
that
Oh,
the
me
next
too.
day. I'm
know
a
I am.
big recap beer drinker. I think that can help because
Yeah.
you sort of you just
gotta
you
get it out
You
there.
got to level yourself out a little bit because your body's suffering from alcohol withdrawal. Just me? No. Okay.
No,
You
no,
too.
no, me
You guys
too.
are on
I'm
the same
definitely like, I wanted to actually, free idea, make a post day after drink called Hair of the Dog. It's probably exists, but like, I think that'd be a really good, or like debrief, like calling something like a beer. But as far as embarrassment goes, it doesn't sound like, if you're doing cartwheels.
Cartwheels, that sounds so wholesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you had done what I did in that car with that celebrity.
I stand by. I think you were in the right in that situation. I'll die with that.
Yeah, I feel like you're good. But yeah, I don't know. He's 21. Yeah, it might be a little young to be doing the day after drinking debrief. Because like you're 21. You're probably living.
You're supposed to go to jail.
You're
like that,
fine.
I'm pretty sure. But I think as far as embarrassment goes, no one's like, I think about it like going to the gym, no one's looking at you. They're all worried about their own form. I mean, unless you
Are you trying to tell us that you go to the gym?
No, I certainly don't.
Okay,
But I have a pull-up bar in my house
that's great.
that I
Yeah.
use to dry my clothes and hang things on.
Where do you live?
I don't
What's
know
your
I live in Santa Monica. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me dox myself real quick.
and your PIN? And your mother's maiden name?
Yeah. Totally
what about you?
West Hollywood.
Okay, I'm in West Hollywood.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
you
we
guys
talked
should-
about this.
You guys should hang out.
We should. Where do you like to go?
My couch,
Okay.
as well as my bed.
Yes, that's the couch to bed
Mhm.
pipeline.
Couch to bed pipeline is
Ugh,
one of my favorite.
elite. Yeah, no, fair
And
enough.
on the rocks as well.
Before you
Go.
go.
No, he was like, before you go,
You know what? I bet those.
get out of here.
Does my
Before you
phone-
go, let me give you a fake address to an abandoned
Right, before you
Starbucks
go to my
in
after
Pasadena.
party, are we going to talk about the Doja Cat thing? Because they did want to.
Well,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
had so many things in pop culture to talk about, and now I'm feeling like I maybe do have Louis Capaldi on my phone because my phone did back up to a certain point.
Well, let's
We were going to talk about so many things in pop culture that did get a little bit away from us, and let's pick one.
let's talk about Doja Cat. No,
Okay, perfect.
Let's talk about it.
Why don't you?
I
start?
found Louis Capaldi.
Jesus Christ.
My
Sorry.
God.
Sorry. I found Louis Capaldi.
She found him.
Found Louis
Okay.
Capaldi.
Well-
This is Connor and the old woman.
On a second. Oh wait. Should we do this or do our Instagram thing?
Oh, I did want to do that as well.
I got
don't
locked
have
out of
my
my
phone
Instagram.
on me.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We can do that next week.
Apart
We can do that.
so fast.
Sorry.
I've
So
been having
funny.
Brooke and I have these issues with our phones right now where like my things keep getting
Yeah.
logged out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Scroll this way to see everything of me
That's
and
Louis
Louis.
Capaldi?
I think so.
Yeah, it is.
Perfect.
So
Okay. Wow.
Voice of a goddamn angel.
Look at you, Connor. What's wrong with your face?
oh my god, I forgot I hit a rock when I opened the pool that night. Wait, okay.
This woman, it has her tongue on you.
I know.
Oh my God. You guys are holding hands.
Let's move to Doja Cat and Noah Schnapp.
I mean, I think that's my favorite picture of all time. That's Connor's contact picture of my phone.
That's really great.
Okay, so obviously everyone's already seen this. Like, I honestly don't even need to recap.
Basically, Doja Cat DMs Noah Schnapp. I want to say Schnapp, but everybody's saying Schnapp.
Schnapp, yeah.
Learned yesterday.
To ask about his co-star and if he's single. And what I think here is, okay, I'm 26 years old. Am I going to DM a notable
17 years old as well.
Yeah. A
Mhm.
notable 17-year-old, knowing that like I have much more clout, I would say, and status than him. My answer is no. I wouldn't have done that to begin with because I just think it puts him in an uncomfortable position no matter what. He's probably very, excited about this, got a little excited and then posted this stuff on his social media.
Would have done the same thing.
Again, all of us have embarrassed ourselves in front of famous people before and done things like this. So I get it. He's also 17. So
Right.
there's really no, it's very obvious that she.
It's very obvious.
Wait, did he make a TikTok?
he made a
about it?
TikTok
Can
that
I
was
see
just
the-
like
I didn't see the TikTok.
he deleted it. I don't know if it's still up.
I saw the DMs.
Yeah, it was just of those DMs basically.
Also,
Yeah.
I thought he
That's
did a really good
weird.
job at sort of like diverting. He just went
Right.
Lamau, like slide into his
Lamau?
Right. I've never heard
LMAO.
anyone say Lamau.
Lamau, is that what you said?
Lamau. Like it's a Hawaiian
I think
word.
he responded.
Lamau. Are you guys going to the Lamau later?
Literally.
They're doing a roasted pig.
I think he responded to the DMs perfectly.
They're doing
Yeah,
a
I
whole
think
roasted pig.
I think it's very strange. Like even if you're a celebrity, to post your interactions with other celebrities for clout.
I also think he's 17. So
Right.
it's like,
yeah. But-
she knew she was DMing a 17-year-old. Like, one,
I think-
don't.
I think
Two,
that-
like,
This is a close friends post, but
Yeah,
he made
yeah,
it
yeah.
a worldwide post, and that was a
I mean,
mistake.
Doja Cat is getting dragged to hell on Twitter right
Yeah.
now. Like everything
because
she's
of
been
this,
no, like
well,
everything she's doing now.
He's
is
like, Noah Schnapp is a fucking snake. Like,
that was crazy.
literally
A snake?
coming for his life.
It's not like they had like important information that they were hiding from the government. Like this is about a prospective romantic interest. It's not a snake shit.
Yeah, I like Doja Cat a lot. I really do.
Me too.
Also, apparently she's mad because she's seeing someone.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I think that
that's an element that I
think
didn't
that
know.
she's okay. So she's obviously she's one of the most famous people in the world. She's too online for how famous she is.
Interesting.
Do you know what I mean?
And actually, I think she's made a TikTok about this criticism of her. She was like, what do you mean? Like I'm too cool or I'm too online? Like this is just who I am or whatever. I mean, I think after a certain point, yeah, like there is probably a responsibility to be a little bit more
Beyonce.
Beyonce.
I just think like she's taking herself so seriously in this response.
Yeah.
And I just don't really support people who take themselves this serious.
Yeah, I know. Everything else is so funny. But
Yeah.
This is the one
It's
thing
like,
where you're going to call
yeah.
a 17-year-old a snake.
Why?
I know.
You slid it. You when it is, you kind of like set yourself up.
No, yeah.
I did
100%.
DM no. I have
I know,
with
yeah.
Noah Schnapp.
He left.
Have you
Noah
really?
Schnapp
He
left
left
her
me
on
on
red.
red. Sorry, I'm like
he read?
shedding.
No, I'm looking at it.
Yeah, I
no,
know.
it's fine. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
No, he was really nice. Basically, my sister is his age and had a huge crush on him. And so when I was kind of blowing up on TikTok a few years ago, on her birthday, I made a TikTok that was like, Noah Schnapp, like, if you see this, like, my sister really loves you, like, whatever. And he DM'd me on Instagram and he was like, I'm a big fan. I love when people say they're a big fan and don't follow you, but that's beside the point.
Oh my. That's snake shit.
It was my snake.
Noah Schnapp is a snake.
Noah Schnapp, love you to death. But he was like, what's her handle? Like, I'll send her a video, whatever. And we were DMing for a bit, and then he just like never sent her a video or anything, which is fine. Like he did not owe me anything. It's just like, why'd you DM me?
It seems like you're a little upset about it.
No, not at all. Why?
Okay.
Not at all. Why? No, I think that was really nice that he DM'd in the first place. I'm not sure why.
I sent
He left me on red,
Jared
but-
Leto a message once, sort of drunkenly. This was when I was getting really into. This is when I was in my Leto era, and then I unsent it because I was worried that there was a chance that it would get seen.
We talked about this.
I told you this already?
No, but this sort of thing.
Yeah.
Did
yes.
he end up seeing it?
No, because I unsent it
Yeah.
minutes after.
I've had people that I really looked up to.
Are you trying to hold my hand? a
No,
little bit?
we can't.
There
My
you
hands
go.
have been really clammy.
Mine too. Mine's sweating on the mic.
I went through my DMs with Nathan Fielder and Kyle Mooney the other day and spent about an hour and a half unsending horrible things.
Just in
Do you remember that
case.
picture of my bruise that I sent to Kyle Mooney?
Yeah.
That said, I fell, frowny face.
Oh my God. You're shameless. You're shameless. on Instagram.
Horrible.
Good
And it
for
was like
you.
on my butt too.
Speaking
for
of
you.
Shameless, I watched all of The Bear on Sunday.
Yes.
Me
Did
too.
you see it?
I watched it all.
I've seen all
I
the
was looking
bear.
I was looking at my phone the whole time,
Me
but
too.
it seems like a really good show.
I completely same page.
Yeah.
Great vibe.
I'm
Love
gonna,
everyone screaming chef at each other.
Yeah. Hey, Shep.
I'm
It's a
gonna
sign
call,
of respect.
If you don't mind
It's
if
a
I
sign
call
of
you
respect.
chef from now on.
Can we call each other chef? For
I'd
the
like
rest
to
of the
move
show?
forward with that.
I know that.
I love Jeremy
I know
Allen
that
White.
it
Me
was supposed
too.
to be.
Smash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maddie Matheson's
I
one
would
of my favorite
smash.
people ever.
Absolutely.
Ao, I think
I
is
love
that how you
her.
say her name? Is
I think.
yeah.
I know. She's a big
Genuinely
mouth.
needs a like an
She's
Emmy.
Oscar.
Like
I
Oscar.
Incredible.
I agree. She was amazing.
I mean, they all, but the acting in the show like felt almost too real. And I know it was supposed to like scare people off about like depression and suicide and working in a restaurant. It's
Yeah.
so horrible and bad for your. But I was like, this seems fun.
well, you guys know that. Well, why would you know this? Before I was a TikToker, I was a private chef.
I did know
You're
that.
kidding.
And
I'm not kidding.
You've lived such bizarrely different lives that it's like hard. It's like you keep
No.
saying these things. I'm like, yes. Oh my god, I
The
forget.
stuff I've seen. Yeah. No. It.
It was fun though, right? Like
It-
high intensity but fun.
Wow.
Yes. It was. Yeah. I worked.
What
like,
was your go-to favorite meal to make?
That's
someone?
a great lamb stew.
Oh my God, that's very intense.
Lamb stew. That. Yeah. It's a panty dropper for sure.
Oh. I'm not wearing any.
Oh my God.
Give me some lamb stew. I'm actually so hungry.
Do you want a gusher? I've been sucking on one gusher for the entire podcast.
No, I saw you replenish,
Oh, okay.
so there's no
two
need.
gushers.
That's actually not true, Ellen,
Okay, you're.
because I saw you replenish.
I was gonna.
There's no reason to do that.
I was gonna. Well, yeah, you
Did
came
you see
for
that
me. I'm gonna
Dakota
come for
Johnson
you.
Ellen interview? That's like one of
Yeah,
it's like one of the most
have.
chilling interviews
It
I've
is
ever
so
seen.
good, and I love her so much. Dakota Johnson.
Yeah.
DJ.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
me
having
too.
a DJ summer.
I'm having like a sweaty as fuck summer. Like I can't stop sweating ever.
I'm
You're
having
wearing a
peeling,
sweater.
shedding summer.
I guess that's why they call it a sweater.
Yeah, I guess that's why. My God, how are your summers going, by the way?
Bad. Thanks for asking.
Okay, you're
Um,
welcome.
No, they're
Why?
it's fine.
Is yours
No.
good?
I'm just like shedding.
It's fine. I wish I had gotten into. I'm trying to, have a few more crazy stories.
I'm going to
Or-
Tahoe this afternoon.
Oh,
You're
that-
going to Tahoe this afternoon?
Yeah.
You're always going somewhere.
It's actually annoying. I think I have every weekend booked until mid-October.
All right, so no
Wow,
combined
okay.
birthday party then.
I'll be there.
We'll figure it out.
All right,
We'll
figure it out.
I am so shy all of a sudden.
Okay. Well, I do think I think we have to
Go.
wrap up, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
do.
But
wanna-
before we go,
Before we go, I want to hold myself accountable for talking about the things that we didn't talk about this week, next week.
yeah,
So I want to say that next week we will have to discuss Leah Michelle and Funny Girl because we didn't get to that this week, and that's important.
And the Jane Lynch drama.
And the Jane Lynch and the Glee of it all. There's so much to unpack there. And I really wanted to get to Pete and Kim this week, so hopefully we can table that.
All I can say is goals.
Like I'm like
no one else
really
feels that that's a little like weird and bizarre.
No. What's weird about that?
For Hulu to use a couple showering together as promotion for a show.
No, it was like the sweetest,
what's weird about that?
horniest little
I'm kind of like over this like promo, like horny promo. Like watch porn.
No.
Whoa.
No.
Whoa.
Connor, this is perfect for what people like me, and I'm assuming Delaney, like that's our
That's
porn.
right. Yeah, I
That's
don't
our
like
porn.
to
You
watch
could sit
porn.
on
I said that before.
You could side saddle your washer and dryer and watch.
We're
Pete
doing
and-
Western style, which is one leg over. I'm not side saddling. I'm not riding that thing like a lady.
I'm no lady. I'm a lady in the streets, and I'm a cowgirl in the laundry room.
Yep, you pulled it from my brain. There it is. No, it's all up here.
No, I'm happy. I do like that they're happy. I don't think we need to see so much of it.
Could not
You're jealous.
disagree more.
I'm a little jealous. So what?
You're jealous.
So what?
I love it. I thought it was
I need
sexy.
so much more. And just like so sweet to see Kim go from somebody who took himself so seriously
No, 100.
to someone so goofy.
I couldn't
and
agree
obsessed
more.
with her, and like
I agree.
Kanye
I
was
think
so
it's cool.
obsessed with
Couldn't agree more.
himself.
Are we
and Pete
changing your
so-
mind live?
No, I just said
No.
like it's a little bit too horny for Maine.
Okay.
But you would rather just watch porn that's not too horny?
I didn't say me.
You said go watch porn.
You sort of have implied twice now that you watch porn.
No, you're putting words in my dick.
Okay, so next week we'll have a lie detector test.
That's
on
Um,
Connor.
I want to wish Leah Michelle the best of luck learning
too.
how to read her lines.
Me too.
And I think we wrapped. Delaney Rowe, thank you
Thank
so
you
much
so
for
much.
coming on.
I love you guys.
We love you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Where can everybody
Thank
find you?
You can find me at Delaney Says Hello on TikTok.
Oh, what's the origin behind that anyway?
It was that Delaney Rowe wasn't available.
Oh, got it.
And
Okay.
it rhymes. And then
Short and sweet.
at Delaney Rowe on Instagram, having so much fake fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
So true.
So
Anything
trying to get
exciting
fake.
coming out that we should watch in space?
The list.
Well, the list.
the
Where can we
list.
find the list?
Whatever video I post today,
Okay.
I don't know.
The list.
Oh my God.
Well, thank you, Delaney.
Thank
I guess
you.
we'll
Thank
wrap
you
up.
guys.
And we'll see you and talk about Leah Michelle next week.
Absolutely. See you on the rocks.
On
Yes.
the rocks. Ooh, tonight. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.